Jace Lejeune here, Gridiron Football, here at Gridiron Football Media Day event here in Denham Springs, Louisiana. Very convenient for y'all here at Live Oak. Here with Coach Hutch Gonzales with the Live Oak Eagles, entering his first year with the Eagles. So, Coach, I talked to you right after the spring game against Bruley. So, talk about going through the whole spring. Now that's kind of process, and now we're about to get ready for fall camp, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's so quick. You tell the boys, it's going to go fast, and you kind of don't prepare yourself for how fast it's going to go. But yeah, we had a phenomenal spring. My first spring with Live Oak, obviously. I knew it was going to be good. We have kids that work hard. Bruley came out and played really well in the spring game. I thought it was a good competitive matchup, and we were able to go over there and use Denham's field because ours was all torn up. But it was fun. We had a good time. I think from that we rolled really well right into our summer lifting. Our strength and conditioning program and coaches are phenomenal. We've seen a lot of changes in our kids since the spring till now. We have a lot of guys who are going to play both ways. We have to get them ready for that, and so we're looking forward to seeing how it paid off for us and get into that first scrimmage and strap it up against somebody else. We're excited about it.
Well, absolutely. I know you're excited about the opportunity, the challenge. I know you're definitely used to playing and coaching at the 5A level. Coming over from Mandeville really helps that experience. So, how does coaching at that high level at a program like Mandeville really help you transition over to Live Oak?
Yeah, I think that every stop you're at, you learn things that you liked. And you learn things that you didn't like, and you know things that you want to do again and things that you'll never do again. And I think that I bring a lot of those lessons from Mandeville over here. Very different mindset when I walked in, very different mentality in the program. But that's changing, and I think the only way that you can instill confidence in the kids is to make sure that they see the results of all the things that you're telling them are going to work. So, this first season is going to be about seeing those things come to fruition, and then they'll start, buying in even more than they already have.
Yeah, sure. It's all about the message, making sure the guys that bought in. And I know you brought 3 of your guys here today that really bought into your message, right? So talk about the 3 guys you brought in today and why you decided to bring them, why you think they're perfect representation for Live Oak football. Yeah,
I mean, that's really why you bring these guys, because they are representative of what we stand for. If you look at, Blake Rosenthal, he's going to play our H-back, fullback. They'll throw him in at D-tackle, whatever. He's played multiple positions on both sides of the ball, and he's just that kind of versatile player. Very fast and explosive, but he just gives everything he's got every play, and that's the kind of kid that we're trying to, replicate over and over again at Live Oak. If we're going to be successful, we're going to have guys who go hard, go full speed on both sides of the ball for us to win. Jack Peterson is new to us, and you never know what to expect when you get a new guy in, but he's pretty buttoned up, and he showed up and started running around, and we were pretty impressed. And we asked him what he played. He said wide receiver, and they were like, "Oh, he kind of looks like a safety too." He said, "Well, I'll do both, whatever." So, and he's done both very well for us. Again, a very selfless kid, stepped into a leadership role very quickly, and we've been super impressed with what he's brought. And then I think when you talk about kids who represent Live Oak and what they, the perception of Live Oak, you can't skip over Jacob Coward, our big DN that was here. He just big, country, strong kid, and physical and nasty, and plays with a little chip on his shoulder, and doesn't take anything for granted. He is exactly what Live Oak is, I think, to most people in the community. So he's a good representative of it for sure.
No, absolutely, Coach, and I know you can relate to receivers since you were a pretty good one yourself back in the day, right?
I was all right. I did all right.
I got you, Coach. So talk about the schedule, just non-district, before going to district play. What are some of the teams you'll be playing non-district?
Yeah, so, we'll have, St. Helena's on our schedule. They're our homecoming. They're right there close, and we've played them, a lot of times. Because it's a community matchup. You'll see teams like John F. Kennedy, which is kind of off the wall, right. But actually their head coach is a good friend of mine from a long time ago, Linares Elfage. And then, golly, I'm trying to think now. You put me on the spot.
Some tough competition.
Tough competition, but. Looking forward, we play Bonneville, and we play a couple teams that, have traditionally not been, extremely successful here recently, but have a lot of tradition. And, we're looking forward to playing everybody on our schedule, you know, have a lot of home games. A couple teams that are into, you know, 2-year contracts with us that are going to come to us twice and things like that. So it's a good first year schedule for me, I think, as a head coach. You know, I think there'll be some changes coming up in the next year. You know, the next couple years schedule. But yeah, I like what we have, and of course, you know, our district. I mean, it's going to be solid, and it's going to be difficult, and we're going to come down here to Denham, and we're going to have to play against, you know, Coach Beard and his guys and the way he coaches them up, and we're going to have to play against Chad and Walker and his athletes. So it's going to be a grind from, you know, I'd say week 1 all the way through.
Yeah, take one game at a time. That's the only thing you can do it. So really for this upcoming season, for really the Live Oak fans that are trying to expect what is Coach Gonzales brand of football, what should they expect just not only this year, but the type of brand of football you're going to bring to the program in years to come? Yeah,
I think that it's going to be a little bit different from what they saw last year, and it's probably a little bit different from what people expect from me. I mean, different from what you saw at Mandeville. I mean, look, playing for Hal Mummy in the air raid, I think everybody expects me to want to go out there and throw the ball 55, 60 times. I just think that your personnel is dictated. I mean, dictates your scheme, you know. And when you show up to a school and you don't have 5 wide out, you can't run 5 wide. So we're going to be a lot more physical. You know, use that H-back, guys like Blake in the backfield, and try to pound the ball offensively a little bit, and then. You know, we got to be smart. We play Bel Air week 1, lots of athletes, right? So we got to be smart defensively, and we got to pick our spots when we can send pressure. And you know, I think we have coaches who are well equipped to scheme it up. We've got some guys who are very experienced on staff. We've made a couple really good hires. Our administration has allowed me to put together a pretty solid staff. So. We're excited about it. You know, we're going to play physical football on both sides of the ball. I think that's what you can expect.
Looking forward to see y'all this year. I'm sure we'll come into a couple games, obviously, and cover y'all a lot this fall. So looking forward to seeing that. And for more information on Live Oak and what they're doing this season, we'll have a team spotlight on them for GridironFootballUSA.com. I know we visited Live Oak during their spring game against Bruley, but we have some more coverage coming to y'all right before the start of the season. So make sure to keep up to date. If you're a Live Oak fan, make sure to support them this upcoming season and support them this fall for the 2023 season.